Welcome to another wonderful episode. It's going to be smooth and laid back this time. I could tell we got a soul brother in the house, you know what I'm saying? We just going to lean back, you know what I'm saying, do it like that. So, another episode of Eazystar's Variety Society. And today we have Shadowstar Boxer on the set. And I'm going to actually try to shut up more as I do interviews. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
All right. So I'm introducing myself as Shadowstar Boxer. I am Shadowstar Boxer. Appreciate y'all having me. Eazystar hit me up, and it just sounded like a good opportunity. Big shout outs to Live for recommending that this happened in the first place. So yeah, this is me representing Shadowstar Boxing Academy, Durham, North Carolina. Chess Move Cartel. They gracious enough to allow me to work with them. Good record company coming out of London in the UK, and big shout outs to my man M Theory. And actually, I wouldn't have had as good a start in hip hop without M Theory. So my man Jordan Bell, he's up in Delaware working right now, but still killing them hip hop beats for everybody who knows him. Don't worry, he still know what he's doing. And big up to my man MC One Line. We've got a lot of work done, bro. And I can honestly say that, with or without whatever else has happened, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I have without the energy that you put into it. So that's what I got to say about that, period. And no beef, no drama.
Actually, my next question was actually to go into your history, and you kind of basically parlayed into it. So let me just try to give some sort of reference point for you to begin and tell a storyline. Obviously, all right. I'm interested somewhere between the first time you wrote a rhyme or the first time you performed.
Let's see. First time I wrote a rhyme, it was a long time ago. I was in middle school when I first started writing seriously. I was just coming out of middle school into high school, and the first time I got to perform was actually at Northern Durham High School. And one of the people I got to perform with, y'all might know him as Lieutenant Tracks out of home base. Actually, he's that's the main man at the home base camp, man. Big shouts out to them and their whole family. As far as performing seriously, after I started recording in 2001, my first serious performance was in 2006, I want to say, at the Poorhouse. And yeah, that was one of my first serious performances. Around that time, I ran into some real good cats who would later on grow to become the infamous 1100 Hunters. Chris Sotero, Ghost Dog, Tucson, and yeah, I believe Live was there that night. I'm not sure if I met him that night, but yeah, man. It was good. It was real good, man. Very humble beginnings, but a lot of people supported us. So my favorite thing about it was being able to make good music with my man M Theory, have a good experience recording with and performing with Sotero, meeting good people. Big shouts out to members of Ninja Science team. Big up Mathematics, who I also met that night. Big up to the Magi, man. That's good family right there. But yeah, that's pretty much that's the abridged version. The unabridged version is way too much right now.
So let's see. You mentioned the 1100 Hunters, and you kind of went into them a little bit. I also hear you speak about chess moves.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Chess Move Cartel. The long and short of it, this is the first record company, recording group, big homies that took us and took me very seriously when it came to making music, and just flat out started asking us to work. I've been doing a lot more work with them now. Big shouts out to Chess Moves, DJ Jabba the Cut, DJ AD, Naughty Panther, Knife Dan, to Envious Mind, to Weezy, to Lewis Parker, to the whole family, man. Ryan Proctor. I mean, like, Chess Move Cartel goes real deep. Big shouts out to the big homie, Record Kings, Giuliano. Man, like, I mean, these people are really giving me a lot of work, and they really done a lot for my career. And aside from that, I've been able to work with, because I mean that's like out in London, United Kingdom, but I've been able to work with a lot of people around here in North Carolina, and I'm sure y'all might be aware, but if you didn't know, there's a lot of talent. I mean, a lot of fire around North Carolina, man. That's about all I got to say about that right now.
Yeah, you got the butcher hatchet endings. You be like da 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 da, bam. And it don't make it. That was a great answer. I ain't trying. I'm just having fun. Yo. That was a great answer. So let me look at my. All right. Is there any? I have my favorite songs, right? What was that one? I don't know. I thought it was called Hip Hop for Breakfast, actually, for a second. So I don't know the real name of it. That one we was talking about earlier. Dun, 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 with the what's the name of that joint?
That particular track was produced by my boy out in from Tennessee, J Cubes. A track's called The Carolina Hustle, and the original beat's called this. I think it's just called the Swinging 30s beat, but it was crazy when he sent it to me and he told me I could rhyme on it, so I did, and looks like everybody's enjoying it. So as far as Hip Hop for Breakfast, that's it's a label that name we came up with. Actually, I snatched it out of a freestyle from when I was chilling with MC One Line last year. I mean, he said that particular phrase, hip hop for breakfast, and I don't even think he caught it. This is he freestyles poetry all the time, man. And when I got the idea the next morning, like, there was a rhyme that I really wanted to record, and I couldn't get to M Theory at the time, but he'd given me the beat, and I had a camera, so got up the next morning and was just like, you know, wanted to do something for YouTube. Hadn't really messed with YouTube or videos on Facebook that much, and told everybody it was an experiment, and just spit the verses to the beat, and called it Hip Hop for Breakfast because I did it as soon as I got out of bed, and the name just kind of stuck from there. Now it's, you know, Hip Hop for Breakfast more represents, you know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but what that boils down to is having your essential nutrients, you know, to be able to carry on. So as far as hip hop's concerned, you don't always have to have that. Everything's not going to be a crispy, clean, you know, processed, mastered track. Sometimes it's going to be somebody just spitting a written or a freestyle verse over one of their favorite beats. So that's what Hip Hop for Breakfast is all about. It started out with a lot of industry beats and stuff that we fell in love with, and now there's a lot more original beats from a lot of producers from around here, from the UK. So just keep an eye out for it.
Let's see. Raleigh and Durham. You from Durham. So you are actually my first interview from Durham, right? So I had an experience with Durham, man, where I actually worked with Raleigh people under a company and Durham people. And it was like working with people from the community, right? The Durham community was mad shiesty with their game. Like, they would cheat on trying to get, they would just be cheating, right? I just found that, excuse my French, I just found that to be identifying about the culture. And then people will say Durham is a little more raw I say raw on purpose because I don't think raw is a negative. You know what I'm saying? I think raw is what raw is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's negative, while sometimes refined things is done negatively. But I'm speaking raw. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess what I'm going to ask is, what's Durham all about? And particularly, I was wondering about compared to Raleigh, but just take it how you want to take it. Durham.
First of all, shout out to all the Bull City. It's where I came up after my mom settled here. Bull City, I guess Durham is a little more raw if you want to. I mean, you can say that. I grew up in quite a few different, project areas in Durham, so it's not really something I'm, ashamed of. It's a big part of my life, actually, and I wouldn't have learned how to get through a lot of things I experience now if I hadn't put up with a bunch of whatever out in the hood. So, and I do hear people say that they think they hear Durham's like, a little worse or whatever. It's a little more grungy. There's a lot going on in Durham. I mean, like that's basically what it boils down to. There's a lot of dirt in Durham, but there's a lot of good parts about it. And I don't know, man. It's 50-50, man. But I love it,
As also what I hear, and I guess one can encompass it if they wished into the rawness, is that the culture, like as far as shows I would go to, I would end up having to travel to Durham to go. You know what I'm saying? Because of the culture there that's in Durham that's not here in Raleigh. Is there any kind of way you might want to elaborate on that? Like you said, there's a lot going on.
Okay, when I say there's a lot going on in Durham, I mean the city itself. There are a lot of things going on, but as far as the culture, and if we're talking about the hip hop culture in Durham, I would like to see a lot more unification. Because honestly, a lot of people think that down south rap, they used to think that down south rap was about one thing, being crunk and having a whole lot of bass and nonsense. And there's nothing wrong with having a little nonsense in your life and having a good time, but people try to play it off like that's all the South hip hop was about. And anybody who grew up with Outkast knows that's the flat out lie. You know what I mean? So, but the hip hop scene in Durham seems to be in the forefront. It is a lot of that. There's a lot of gangster rap. There's a lot of crunk rap and whatever, a lot of trap, but there's still hip hop there. So like I said, it'd be nice to see a little more unity, like the scene that I'm more connected with isn't so heavy in Durham. I can't say that. Like I haven't done a show in Durham yet, and I don't headline, but I've been able to help out with quite a few shows, but they've all been in either Chapel Hill or Raleigh. So, I mean, that's how it is.
That's important information right there. Durham needs to unite, like he said. Something's stopping them from having shows. You sound like a good observer. Yeah, you look like somebody that know what they talk about. Yeah. So, let's see. Artist promotion. This is the time where you get to promote your websites. I will put something underneath the screen right over here. You know what I'm saying? So website, shows, post office box address, kite.
Let me start off with chessmovecartel.com. And I don't ride jocks. I don't know if that's, I don't mean to be crude or anything, but that's the best way I can say it right now without cursing. I don't jock ride. Chess Move Cartel has done a lot for me, so I'm putting that out there right now. RecordKings.com. Record Kings, spelled with a Z on the end. Other than that, y'all want to check out my music, check out Hip Hop for Breakfast, SoundCloud.com, Shadowstar-Boxer. Or you can just put in Shadowstar Boxer. You'll find me. I'm on Reverb Nation, Shadowstar Boxer CMC. I have a YouTube channel. You can look up Hip Hop for Breakfast or Shadowstar Boxing Academy, and you'll find me. Anybody you need me, well, would you like me to rock on your show? Then I would like to rock on your show. Hit me up. I'm on Facebook at Shadowstar Boxer. How did I forget Facebook? Hip Hop for Breakfast on the Tumblr site. Shadowstar Boxer on Twitter. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Yeah. We got the lazy boy, Delano Enjoy. Yeah. Every word is like an order to the whole convoy. Get in position, yeah. Y'all get your ears ready to listen. Matter of fact, take it past your ear, take it down your spine. Let that grind just whine from the hip, yeah. Matter of fact, the bullet go down.
Yeah, I see my reflection, do my physical fitness, check out the plans, now I'm ready to get into this. I'm with Delano and Rebecca, Eazystar on the interview, we doing a double checker. I never been on TV before, so please forgive my demeanor. I don't mean to eat up any MC who wants to come acting clean. Please sharpen it, your lyrics.
Cause every beat is kinda like its own individual. Kind of like, I don't want to rhyme over a beat that's already been pissed on, you know what I'm saying? It's already got that dog scent, so I step to another tree. If I don't see the tree, then I step into the field and then wait till a tree see me, then grow, drop the seed. Yeah, I make the creation. Delano is the one that have his own creation. Nah, let me stop lying. I just fell into the zone. It's like opportunity, and I took it and blended into unity. Now you see the harmony and the armory. It's all one blended in and braided in. So I guess I need an extra strand. That's my man, Shadowstar.
Big up, mad respect. I don't really freestyle that much, but I'm glad we're getting practice in so I can touch on a couple of subjects, see if they can roll off the top of my head, cause you know I ain't done yet. I'm looking for things to rhyme in the sunsets. I'm still writing down my lines, I ain't done yet. I gotta do everything that I can, cause when I write, I do the very best that I am. I put it all down, I pour out my soul. I twist my head sometimes when the rhymes get old, when the vibe gets cold. I might think about a couple enemies, so I might get bold. I might step outside and throw my fist, wave a couple of swords. Y'all know.
All right, we going on to another segment of the Eazystar Variety Society. We just had a lot of fun with my man Shadowstar Boxer, get the juices flowing. But this is the Variety Society, so we're gonna add a little variety coming out the jungle, work on you. You know what I'm saying? Like the jungle work on you. But three things I want to talk about, and I got a couple props up here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's time, every once in a while, they say, don't judge me, you can't, only God can judge. Every once, only God can, right. God gave us all good sense to use good judgment. And today is my judgment day. So let me hook it up, you know what I'm saying? Let me hook it up, get the, you know what I'm saying? My judgment shade, so you really can't see the emotion behind my eyes. It's a black and white judgment. Bang, bang. It's official Eazystar law when I lay down this gavel right here. So, three things I want to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which was, oh my God, which is a bill. First, let's describe what it is. A bill that Congress has conjured up, and it's really already been in kind of effect due to homeland security and things like that, taking our rights away in the name of security when we the one always going around messing with folks. The most crucial thing as far as just black, out there taking away American citizens' rights, basically canceling the Bill of Rights, canceling out a great deal of constitutional rights. There is a section in the NDAA. Oh man, I'm glad you can't see my eyes, man, because it's either gonna be sadness or rage. But the NDAA states that the military can take over control of the authority that a local police has, and basically can come in and not even arrest you, just basically detain you without arrest, without charge, without trial for indefinite amounts of time. Like the time is an illusion. Basically, that's it. But that's saying a whole heck of a lot. So let's just put the stress on the point that you will not be arrested. So there's like you'll be out. They're doing things outside of the public, basically sneaky stuff to where in public, if you got arrested, it'd be public. If you got charged, it'd be a public fact. If you go to trial, that's public fact. They're taking everything away that's public fact so that like the military can do what they want to and the public can't help you. You know what I'm saying? The public can't see you, to say the least. And if you got any amount of heart in you, you will understand that this is going to have to strike a point of courage within you. And it's going to have to strike a point of, I know who I am. The law don't tell me who I am within you. It's going to have to strike a point of these fools. I don't want to get too bad. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, folks actually think they can do that and get away with that. They really, there's an imbalance in the mental health somewhere, to say the least, right? Oh, no. And I want to tell you how they got to put it out there. You know, it was being talked about for like a month before, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, a month before it actually went down. But the day it actually went down, and this is how the government see you, and this is how they do you. This is how they see you, and this is how they do you. They know you a fool on Christmas holidays, and you in the mystery magical wonderland, which, you know, is a good place to be from time to time. But if there's a balance again. You know what I mean? So if you can't see reality while you understanding the mystery, magical wonderland, then you in there too much. You ODing on it, right? So December the 31st is when the NDAA passed. When we all when it was up for discussion, a lot of people exposed the light on this. But then most people's, oh, what am I getting for Christmas? What am I going to get, yada, yada, for Christmas? I'm going to help the economy for Christmas, blah, yada, 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 right? Can't afford jack. We're in a recession. But anyways, the holidays, DAZE, the holidays. Then the height of the super party and getting drunk, messed up, just like, you know what I'm saying, just letting it all go, is December 31st, New Year's Eve, and that's when the NDAA was passed, when we are at our most drunkest. Holla at your boy on the NDAA. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the SOPA. Here at the SOPA, SOPA Cabana, with the government, they will have ya. All right, what's going to happen with that is, I forgot what the initials stand for on that, but basically what that is the internet being looked at from the people side and being looked at from corporate side. That's all that really is. And the corporate side is trying to, like, you can download music, you can download movies, you got freedom of speech on the internet from the people side, and as it stands now, right? So what the government wants to do is basically stop you from being able to download, stop you from movies, music, and they want to be able to kind of like restrict your freedom of speech as well. Like they can actually put you on internet punishment and take away your, access to the internet from certain people that are deemed to be, problematic. As far as the side, like as an artist myself, there are times when I want to watch a movie, I can't afford it because I'm an artist, right? So I might want to download something. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I do, because I would never break any law in this great establishment called the United States of America. But, I'm just coming from points of views. So as an artist, I also, sell stuff online. And pretty much the way it stands right now, I can give out free music when I want to and not allow any download of it, basically. I can control those factors. And then if I want to let things be downloaded, I can control those factors too. So I figure if I could do it, everybody else could do it. So, and that's the way it needs to be going anywhere. Artists need to be either more managing themselves, more being on a label owned by themselves or their local community, their friend, things need to be more localized instead of keeping on being corporatized, where you working for somebody you don't even know, they don't even know you, probably don't even like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for hip hop, but I'm just saying these are scenarios that play themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Corporate wants to be able to still get the money for doing things they not really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I see where the argument might be, artists need to get their royalties. All I really see is the corporate wanting to keep their hands in things. Because if you're a true artist, the internet is leveling the playing field. So what they want to do is take away that level and make it extreme again, where the people have to reach great heights to attain success through a corporation. Basically, right now people are actually starting to get insight on how to get success on the internet by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And the field is developing organically in that way. SOPA tends to kind of is going to cock block that. That's what you want to watch for that. Some of the points is good, some of the points is bad, but what you want to really watch, and what a lot of the corporate proponents are proposing, will take away that level playing field. So the SOPA Cabana. And then we also, my man Mike Vick. I only had 10 minutes, but I don't know how long I'm taking on this. But y'all thought it was over. You thought I wasn't never getting back. Like, hold on, this is my judgments for the SOPA Cabana and the NDAA. Go to can't cuss. Got my Blue Angel. So now check it out. Mike Vick. I had 2 episodes on Mike Vick. I dedicated 2 episodes to Mike Vick, and then the Eagles. They got the man. They had a heck of a team this season. You know what I'm saying? They was picked to be in the Super Bowl and everything, and then it was the story laid out, the big letdown, and they just messed themselves up. You know what I mean? And then they be led by the team leader, which is Mike Vick. And you know how the NFL be doing Mike Vick. You know what I'm saying? You know how the NFL do. Brothers, if you go back to the NFL, you can get my opinion on how I feel about how the NFL do black quarterbacks, just to keep it plain and simple. So it's not really nice. And there's a force out there to kind of hold them back, because in athletics, and especially, ones where black people are interested in. And this is another fly episode of Eazystar's Variety Society. Holla at your boy.